Let's start right here. There is nothing like playing the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
Are you ready?
Nothing in the world.
Welcome to 50 years of Jazz Fest, everybody.
All the best musicians from around the world.
7,000 musicians on 14 stages over 8 days.
Music and sounds and flavors.
The air is thick, not with just humidity. It's thick with culture.
The world's greatest, backyard barbecue.
You can go see 93-year-old Dookie Chase, famous gumbo's ear in your face.
This is the real stuff.
You could have been here, you could have been here.
There is no such thing as separation of culture in New Orleans. It's all blended together.
It's no wonder that jazz was born in this area because the people are so enthusiastic.
New Orleans is nothing without its artists. It's just sinking ground, literally.
After Katrina, we almost lost not only our city, but a way of life.
So how do you begin to rebuild from below zero?
No matter who comes, we have to put on Jazz Fest.
The resurrection of spirit and will to live with great expression.
All the New Orleans party people, now scream!
One of the most beautiful concert experiences I've ever had.
The music was cleansing the city and just showing everything's gonna be all right.
That's why I came here. There's a soul in this city.
Life's to be enjoyed, not endured, and there's a lot of that.
Who came to party?
This can only happen in New Orleans.
That's the magic of the festival.
Happy 50-year Jazz Fest!
We're gonna go out there and jam. We'll see y'all out there tonight.
Mr. Bradford? My name is Erica Shaw. I'm supposed to find out about your past. Hello. You messing with me, Campbell?
What brings you to West Baden, Miss Shaw?
I'm a filmmaker.
You making a documentary about the hotel?
I wouldn't really use that word to describe it. It's more of a character profile.
If there's anyone you want to know something about, I am definitely the
Campbell
one.
Bradford? I don't know what the story is or the angle, but we definitely don't have anything until we find out who Campbell was when he was here.
How hard can that be?
He made his name in blood. No one could touch him. Certain stories, they just refuse to die.
You want to know about me? You did this!
Hello? Someone in here?
Miss Campbell cursed.
Run now. You'll probably make it out.
What have you done? What have you done?
Just imagine the story we'll have to tell once this whole thing is over.
Any legal matters we need to discuss? Like with that lunatic thing?
It's lunatics.
Yeah, right. Right. Advance directive, your will, power of attorney. I am your next of kin.
Of course, but it's all been taken care of. Remy, my wonderful caregiver, knows exactly what to do. Look, Gordon, all I wanted was for you to be here. And you are.
Aloha! Oh, looks like you're having a little moment here.
Okay, listen, I would hate to interrupt, but I'm gonna. No, listen, I fully support whatever emotional breakthrough is happening here, but Jimmy, I cannot support you meeting the angel of death looking like this. Oh, but don't you worry, estranged brother. I can style you too. Here. This is my Puritan hat. Put it on like that. It's from my original production. Deflower on the Mayflower. Is it too on the nose?
I'm going downstairs.
But I thought we could all get ready together. The look I'm going for is vulnerable widow who seduced the gravedigger and she's taking him to the disco.
These rings signify the commitment.
So help me, Thomas!
Sorry. Life or death situation, I need you to use the ring to save me, like right now.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Hawaii.
I just hope we're not too late. Oh Lord, there are two of them now.
What's happening?
Okay, quick version. Robotnik is back.
I discovered the source of ultimate power.
We need to get it back or the world is doomed.
You rock some kind of space porcupine.
I am an echidna warrior.
Hedgehog. It's time to say goodbye to humanity.
Welcome to the new norm. This is your moment to be the big hero.
Bad time to say this, but I don't actually have a plan. Hey, you got a little something on your belly?
Someone call an Uber? It's cold in here. Let's turn up the heat.
Oh, great, the Winter Soldier. Fear not, citizen.
You are terrible at this!
Your negative attitude is not helping.
We stick together, no matter what.
You're unskilled, untrained, unworthy.
You forgot one. Unstoppable.
Stand still and die!
For a guy named Knuckles, you are really bad at punching.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dorothy Goodwin. My name is Brent Hart, and I'm running for class president. Vote for Brent Hart. That Dorothy love farts.
We cannot have a speechwriter getting arrested.
You can't fire me. The world is melting down.
You look like a psycho.
What are you doing? I'm going to Texas. It'll be fine.
Love you.
Frank?
If you're not gonna call me Grandpa, don't call me Frank. Some of my friends call me Frank.
Dorothy, I haven't seen you in 10 years or something crazy. Are you still into politics?
Yep.
A new voice for the party. Brent Hart, everybody.
Is that the little turd that used to pick on you all the time?
He's running for state legislature.
Are you running?
Yeah, I am. I'm running for office.
Are you running against Brent? I have an idea.
Do
Do you happen to own anything that's a little bit more feminine?
I think it's fair to suggest that you're an unlikely candidate.
I think at this point we've kind of jumped the shark on the whole likely candidate thing.
Puppy, it's a gun!
Dorothy Goodwin, being hailed as a hero.
Oh my good.
She is a true hero. She saved me.
You're a gun hero now. Are you even into guns?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a gun hero.
We want you to do something for us. I'm talking about your style.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dorothy Goodwin.
Bret Hart.
I don't really know what you're up to. It's not of you. Why are you really running? Really?
Do you even want to be a politician?
I mean, do you?
I've wanted to change the world my entire life.
I'm the son of a senator, and I have never seen politics do that.
Dorothy, I believe in you.
My granddaughter is a fighter. Fight if you have to stand up for your beliefs.
I am known by many names. The Stabby Tabby, El Macho Gato, the Leche Whisperer. I am Puss in Boots. Holy frijoles! You, lunch me! And the rest of you, play double time. Hey, Giant! Hey, you wanna see something cool? Gracias, you've been great! Get home safely! Good night! You're still here? Okay. One more number. I call this one, The Legend Will Never Die. I have bad news. You died. Doctor. Relax! I am Puss in Boots! I have 9 lives.
And how many times have you died already?
I am not really a math guy. Hola, señorita. Do you like gazpacho? Does this have shellfish in it? A cat always lands on his feet. Watch! And then there was the giant today. So what is that, like, a 4?
That makes 8, Puss. What do you wish to do with your last life?
When you only have one life, that's what makes it special.
Drive, perro! Fear me, if you dare. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears crime family.
You're supposed to be dead. It never fails. Whenever I team up with you, things go wrong.
Trust me.
You gotta trust him. Look at those eyes. You call that cute? And with the paws, it's all so cute. Am I doing it? Stop. You're gonna give yourself a hernia.
They say life could be understood backwards.
But it must be lived forward.
That's right.
Ricky? Ricky, where you at?
What's wrong?
Yeah, I'm coming back. Here we are, old friend, together again. Yeah, I'm coming back. The fortress. dying husk of its former self.
I think the same about you.
Yeah, I'm coming.
What do you want, Balzari?
Today's game is 600 million in cold, hard cash.
This again. It's gone.
Are you saying I'm driven by revenge? I am.
Who are these people?
They're just after money.
The best way to hurt you is to destroy every little thing you love.
Do your worst.
Madrice, would you please give our friend here a hand?
Rise from the ashes.
I must make you suffer.
Let everyone go.
Where are you?
Rise from the ashes.
You want to know about me? Now you know. You brought me here. You did this.
So you gonna help me?
I stay so far away from all of that. And I have very high-end clientele, and I don't need them croaking on me for some bad PMA.
Look, you don't grow your own pot or mushrooms. You don't have a cocoa plant in the closet, right? Of course not. You have suppliers. And surely someone knows how PMA moves through the city.
Sniffing around could get me really up. Just ask me any other favor.
No, I'm not asking. You are going to find out who gave my son PMA.
Who are you? Where did it come from?
Something that was following me.
How old are you? And how much can I trust you? That's what I thought.
You've been all over the world. You could have a shop anywhere you like, and yet you're here.
What's wrong with you?
The outfit is about an English tailor who used to cut on London's world-famous Savile Row, who, after a personal tragedy, has ended up in Chicago in the 1950s, where he's opened up this little corner tailor shop.
The only people he can find to make his fine clothes for is a small subset of the Chicago mob.
Knock, knock. We were reading this one book about the history of Savile Row, and we found this single sentence that mentioned that the first bug in the history of the FBI was planted inside a tailor shop in Chicago, Illinois in 1956. And we instantly looked at each other and we said, oh, well, that's a movie.
Pick one.
It's the type of film that you dream about doing.
It's magnetic.
And you're gonna love it.
Do we let all of our customers keep black boxes in back?
If we only allowed angels to be customers, soon we'd have no customers at all.
Let's start working on this concept, a tailor shop that's being used as a kind of drop spot for gangsters the FBI is interested in, and spin off from there.
Somebody's been ratting us out to the feds.
Before we had a story, before we knew there were gangsters, and before we knew there were guns and blood, and the kind of thriller we have here.
Sew him up. What? Sew him up.
We had this character of Leonard. It all started with this character.
Leonard Burling is a character who has been in the world in a really vast way and experienced a lot of personal tragedy as a result. So for him, making his world as small as possible and keeping his world about things he can control, like his tailoring, like the precision of his work, is everything to him. The workshop becomes the world.
He's pretty focused primarily on the situation at hand. He's in a foreign land because he's left London and come to Chicago. I suspect it's quite a surprise to him.
Mark is not just the lead actor of the film, but also sort of the company leader of our acting team.
He's just such a master of his craft.
Mark is one of the greatest actors of all time. It's really a gift to work with him.
Your urologist's apprentice popped in yesterday. He's awfully nice.
Trying to get me to go on a date with the guy who works at the watch shop? Mabel and Leonard's relationship is very much so father-daughter-esque. Mabel understands that Leonard has to allow these gangsters to use this shop and to do business there. Mr. Boyle? She's grown up on that street. She understands there really is no other option.
Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Roy is the head of a gang. He's in the middle of a rampage, actually, trying to sort of secure his position in the neighborhood. I know what it's like to try to make something of yourself. You got your tools, I got mine.
Richie Boyle, the heir to the Boyle family throne. He's sort of the number 2 behind his pops. All he's ever searched for and wanted is his father's approval. But I don't think it's any secret that Francis is really the one that Roy, Richie's father, trusts, you know, to kind of get things done.
Your father want you both to take a deep breath.
My father, Francis.
I love your father like he was my own, and I'm trying to help him. Francis works for the Boyle family. He's not an actual member of the family. He's worked his way up. He's earned the trust through just being a kind of brilliant foot soldier. He's pretty cold when it comes to what he's prepared to do to kind of put himself ahead. The Boyle family think that they're kind of getting into the outfit, basically.
Is that from the outfit?
The Outfit is a real criminal organization that really existed in mid-century America. It was this kind of super network of criminal organizations from different parts of the country who kind of united to form, as we say in the film,
The Underworld United Nations. It's like a stamp.
To be part of that for Roy and his crew, it's just like stepping up. It's stepping up and becoming big time, becoming the real deal. If we're going to have a crew in Chicago that's part of the outfit, there's only room for one, there's no room for two, so somebody's got to disappear.
Violet Lafontaine is the head of, let's say, the rival gang. She's actually inspired by a real-life woman called Stephanie St. Clair, known in Harlem as Queenie or Madame Queen, who was known as one of the greatest gangsters of all time. I haven't seen many women of color as gangsters in films before. What makes Violet unique is that she can wield her power in a feminine way.
In the outfit, we never see where characters live. We never go home with them, which means what they're wearing when they enter the shop tells us so much about them. So the detail work is just tremendous.
Working with Graham has been really fantastic. He brought to this an intention to kind of really focus in on the details and think about the characters so carefully, which as a costume designer, it allows you to kind of really dig deep and think about how things will read on camera.
In the story of the outfit, these suits are built by one of the best suit makers in the world.
Anyone with a needle and thread in 15 minutes can be a tailor. I studied for decades to be a cutter.
The only way to achieve that is to have some of the best suit makers in the world, like we find at Huntsman, build them for us. And so that's what we did.
My name is Campbell Carey. I am creative director and co-head cutter at Huntsman of Savile Row. We have been involved in the outfit movie, which has been incredibly exciting. Clearly, they've done their homework well. All the details they talked about in the script were spot on. It was such a good account of day-to-day life, being a bespoke tailor. We had Mark shadowing us in the workshop for 5 days over a 2-week period, and quite unique because he was actually getting to see his costume from start to finish.
It's custom made to the irregularities that we all have. My shoulders are slightly different.
The costume department has been unbelievable. My suit, made at Huntsman, which is incredible, and it's the nicest thing I've ever had on me, and I don't deserve to be in this.
We looked at some of the archive pieces in the Huntsman archive from the 50s to look at details. Very kind of like period specific, but then also something that felt right for our characters and kind of balanced against this idea of something Savile Row made that also had a more American cut.
Sophie O'Neill had done a great job of selecting the fabrics for that look of the mid-50s. Quite a kind of bulky, heavyweight cloth.
One way or another, I'm getting out of here. Mabel doesn't have much, and the money that she does make, she's putting away to get out of Chicago. So it was very important that we were careful in not getting too wrapped up in the glamour of 1956. Her skirt that I wear in most of the film we've kind of put some holes in it and some patches on there. She has one coat, 2 pairs of ratty socks.
And then with the set dressing, I could see where Mabel would be sitting and, what the wall would look like behind her and start to think about colours within that set, which was really, really important.
Every piece of design that our brilliant designer, Gemma Jackson, puts up in front of the camera is something that has to be designed for the camera, and it means that the camera movements are designed around that wall, that piece of the shop.
My name is Gemma Jackson. I'm the production designer of the outfit, and I'm going to show you my set. It's one of those things that just sort of fell into my imagination, and I felt very clearly about how I wanted to do it. These curtains, they were very carefully chosen because we want to have a little sense of in and out. You can kind of look through them and you can get a sense of the people on the street outside. You've got to feel when the tension is really building in the story. There is an outside world, and that outside world could come in here. Now, this room is sort of a salute to Savile Row, if you like. This is him trying to give it a sense of masculinity and simplicity. He's got this traditionalist side to him. This is Leonard's workshop, and the idea is that he spent all of his time, energy, money on making the showroom look good. This is the back bit, and he never bothered in here at all.
Our DP, Dick Pope, reminds me of Leonard, our main character, in a lot of ways. These two sort of expert craftsmen who do this extremely technically complicated thing that most people only kind of understand. He is a legend of the cinema.
I'm really obsessed by the absolutely minute detail of what I'm
behind the camera on at any given time. We're shooting the film fairly chronologically. So it's not like I'm looking forward to anything. I'm looking forward to recreating the world of Leonard Burling on a scene-by-scene basis.
We discovered the story together, so on the morning we would come in and create the scene, and then we would play it for the whole crew, all crowded into these rooms. That's a lot of fun, because you know where you're coming from and you don't know where you're going.
Mark Rylance and Graham Moore were very adamant on having that time, which is just the greatest gift and the most fun. That was just such a special, unique experience, because it's not only rehearsing the scenes, it's building these relationships.
I was really aware of Graham Moore from The Imitation Game and his huge success on that amazing film. It's really nice to work with him because he is open to suggestions, he's open to collaborating and working with actors rather than just giving direction.
I mean, there's no words. It's been beyond just a pleasure of an experience. I mean, this will be so special to me forever. I'll always remember it.
Action!
It's all the cool things that you fantasized about. The suits, the smokes, the swagger. It's just dripping with the kind of stuff that, like, is just a dream to play. It's just bitching. It really is.
Where's the tape, Francis?
It really plays out like a chess match.
Whoa, full house tonight, huh?
You're hiding something, my friend.
It's an experience for the audience where they're gripping the edge of their seats and they cannot let go.
You want to survive the night? You look them dead in the eyes and you pretend you're one of them.
Do you have a girl back home?
No. Do you?
I could show him around.
I'm afraid of this dream. Of waking up. Of losing you.
A report has been received implying you have engaged in immoral conduct with the private. Give me his name.
We could escape.
Sergei, I'm an officer. I can't leave my motherland.
Sexual relations of a man with another man, which is punishable by 5 years imprisonment in a hard labor camp. If there is the slightest truth in that report, nobody can protect you then.
I see what goes on under my nose.
I knew it. You know what happens to men like you? Like me. What are you then? You really believe that if you live a lie long enough, it'll suddenly become true?
You don't know anything about me.
You won't tell anyone. I tried so hard to forget you, but I can't.
타세요. 큰길까지 태워드릴게요.
남자차 함부로 안 타요.
you, Dean.
Fine, you can't let me go.
We cannot have Scott's speechwriter getting arrested. You lit a flag on fire.
Which, again, was unintentional. But just so you're aware, that has not been illegal since 1989.
It was on private property.
It was a government office.
And it was a work day.
I was on my lunch break.
Okay, and that's why I'm bailing you out today.
I do not want to be bailed out.
Go and take the weekend off.
Fiona,
go
we have a
home.
meeting this weekend with restaurant union workers. I have to write those speeches.
Okay. We've seen the video.
There's a video? That's excellent news. Then you know that I was well within my rights.
Dorothy, no. You look like a complete psycho in that video.
Sorry, what person that changed the world ever didn't look like a psycho while they were doing it? The definition of being a psycho is that you don't fit with other people's norms. The norms in this world right now are completely fabricated in order to hold us all down. So if I look like a psycho in that video while I'm espousing my own beliefs, then I am proud of that video.
You split from that small town like over a decade ago, and you're not Republican. I think it's fair to suggest that you're an unlikely candidate.
Okay, I'd just like to say that I think at this point we've kind of jumped the shark on the whole likely candidate thing. Our president's literally the laughingstock of mainstream media. It's why he's famous.
Mark my words, a Kar Jenner will be in the White House in the next 3 terms. Please, God, Kim, not Kanye.
I'm sorry, that is actually insane. The solution to a reality star is not another reality star. That is so insane, it's actually absurdist, and absurdism makes me want to die. Waiting for Godot is my least favorite play. I promised myself that if it ever got to this place in this country, I would move and go to the Bean Score. But honestly, at this point, Texas seems like it needs the Bean Score more than any place else, so I don't even know what to do anymore.
What you're talking about is AmeriCorps. Someone's behind you trying to get in the freezer.
I don't give a they can wait. Do not touch me!
Is that a gun? Dorothy, it's a gun!
What the hell type of people try to rob a pregnant woman?
What's the worry here, Nick? You've lost some of your talent as an actor?
No. What did he say?
He says he loves you, but he went in a different direction.
I'm done. I'm quitting acting.
Ah, man, I'm driving through the hills. I'm sorry. One more time.
We got another offer. It's $1 million. It's to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
The guy that owns this house, what's his name?
Javi. Mr. Cage.
Excuse me, is Javi going to want me to, you know?
I'm not sure I understand.
Look, it's Javi.
I am Javi.
Nick Cage. God, this place is stunning. What is your favorite movie? That's one of those questions that's impossible to answer. You can't just limit it to one.
Imagine me and you, I do.
Is it too much? Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000 for it. I didn't know that was a cliff. We could have died.
I'm in position.
I think that's the actor Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, I love you. Have you seen Croods 2?
I'm 44 years old. Why would I see Croods 2? I've seen Face Off and Con Air.
What do you guys want?
We're with Central Intelligence. Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the U.S. government. Find a way into that room, Nick.
I can see myself doing more of this stuff. I think I might have a real gift for it.
Good, because we got another mission for you.
No.
Your friend is working for the U.S. government.
Don't lie to me. Are those my golden guns?
They're my golden guns.
I don't want to kill you.
You're the last person I want to kill.
I love you.
I love you. I'm Nick Friggin!